the dog. What are you doing? Yeah, he's been jumping around, excited. Oh, Buddy the dog. You're a unique one, you know that? Anywho, it looks like on the old radar that if I don't do something tonight, I'm probably not going to get much done tomorrow because it is pathetic weather looking. So we're going to get started on some stuff right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Rusty Man. That's Buddy the dog. He does his thing. I want to do several projects, but now ADD has distracted me. See, I'm looking at this Fiat and how it's set up. On the bigger size, apparently they did put the loops on the outside, which is dumb because it hit the tire and broke them off in some applications, I think. Looks like. But anywho, that's okay. This one's still got, see, it's got like the hook on it and the original pin and remnants of chain. So we're on the right track. What else? Well, we'll go over to this other one and I'll talk. I guess we can look at this one here, which I kind of forgot about. I pushed it into the, you know, waiting area here. Remember that one? That was a parts tractor that we never did get revivaled. I want to hear it run. We'll just have to pull it. Friends, it has one of these on it, which is what I was about to talk about. I might have found a new one online or a new old stock one, and I was going to say we'll use that as a pattern to make more, so I may order that anyway. But here's one we can take off and put on something or other, whether it be the red tractor or whether it be that 1250A or whether it be, did we look at that Heritage tractor? I don't think it has one on it. I know we were just there, but I'm not walking back up there. So that's sweet. We'll take that off and maybe we'll use that to make more. We can, you know, pattern, friends. We'll figure it out. Sadly, the methed up person or whoever had this before that started parting it out took all the 3-point arms and all the good stuff there. So I got none of that. So that's a shame. But yeah, we need to get some help recruited one day to pull me on this, and I might be able to get it to start. But that is neither here nor there. I was mainly going to talk about those brackets. All right, for the next leg of today's adventure, I'm going to use this tractor because it's got a chain right there and it's got a loader. And I want to put that tire back on the whatchamacallit, Super 77. We were breaking the bead off in that one video, and I got it broke all the way off. But I want to put that back on because if there's bad thunderstorms tomorrow and whatever, I don't want it to blow off the jack. It'd be better if it would land on a wheel. And I tried to pick it up a while ago, but sadly enough, whenever I took that tractor back to Dad, I guess that was yesterday, I was stepping on, and I don't know if I made that clear in any of those videos or not, but his loader frame has a beam that runs down there, and it had one singular step on it. There was like a block of wood and a flat piece of metal, and I thought, I never looked at how it was made. I thought, you know, somebody bent a piece of metal and then screwed a wooden block to it. Well, no. They screwed a wooden block through it with just barely any stuff. And I was the lucky victim. When I was unloading it off the trailer and I went to climb up on it, I got almost all the way on the tractor before the wood broke loose and I fell to the floor of the trailer. And anyway, my knee is kind of jacked up a little bit. So when I went to pick up that wheel a while ago, I realized quite quickly that I was not going to endure that because that made my knee really go pain much. So I've been trying to avoid doing anything that seems like it's gonna make that linger very long, because I really don't want to deal with that. So why should I work my Knudsen off when I got all the stuff right here to do the job? We just have to figure out how to hook the chain on it to make it do the thing. Choke? Yep. Even in the summertime it needs choke. Yeah. Oh. That's bad because it's the clutch foot too. I did the opposite of what I wanted to do. I was so close. Thought I could do it without a chain, but I failed. I had it part way up and then let it fall. Quit while we're ahead. You know, we can walk it where we need it to go. We just need to transmission. Let's have park. Oh. That hurts a lot. Friends, maybe we should stabilize this. How close to the edge is it? Just almost. Let's just put that there. Will you hold there a minute whilst I'm going to raise up and get this bucket out of the way, and then show you something I noticed. It's a good day in the parts warehouse business, friends. I see this seat frame I forgot to put away, and it's got one of those things on it too. So that one I wouldn't be afraid to flatten it out and use it as trace it on a piece of metal and go make a bunch of them. But yeah, so I think we're going to be in pretty good shape in that department. And a while ago I wasn't so sure about that. I thought we would be really searching to find that. I guess they did make while we're still talking about it, that red thing on the red one probably is an original piece. They made a smaller one to hold the top link, and it had like a leather strap, and that's the remnants of that thing. But in the advent of the days of slow-moving vehicle signs, it probably would be better to have the slow-moving vehicle version. Also, but not limited to, I don't know if I told people, I noticed that this arm is not in good shape. We're gonna have to take that off and see if it's broken again. It's been broke once and they welded it, but it's not it's not straight anymore. It's got a big jog in it, and these Fiat arms are pretty well dead straight, so except for the very tip, which is kerchunkered to the side. Also, it occurs to me, that makes sense. Do you see the problem? The arms are on backwards. That would make sense. And they're probably made to do that, but they're supposed to have bushings that you put in there when you use them with the category 1 side out. But yeah, that ain't gonna work. Look at all that sloppy there. We're gonna have to work on that too. But let's get this bolted back up somehow. Oh, friends, this is going to be a struggle bus. I never gave a thought to the fact that it... Okay, I got another idea. If it would sit there, which it won't. Would you, tire, participate, stand, Don't move. I'm gonna hang it from the loader, and then I'll have adjustment, see? And you're gonna say, why not just use the jack and let it down? Well, because I'm afraid that the old handyman jack won't keep it up in the air by itself. Right now it's on that house jack, and that's doing the thing. Come on, Shane, you should go through there. All right. Now, hopefully you'll still stay, and you won't do something dumb like fall over. What you're gonna want to do is just jam your loader right into it. Don't worry. This is way extra work than it probably needs to be, but I don't know, friends. I don't know. See, it's easier to clean up and paint the rim when it's on there anyway. I just took it off because I was having trouble getting that bead breaker in between there. Now, come on, tractor, participate. How the tire just decided to randomly swing the wrong way so that I have to jump off of here again. Come on, swing back. I tell you. There. Once again, when you're working with junk, it's a lot easier to not, you know, worry that you're causing damage to anything. Won't it be a sad day when that tractor's totally fixed up, and then we'll be sad when we hit it with stuff like the loader or whatever? Why is this stuck now? Okay, now this is going to do, I think, what I wanted it to do. I just have to lower it down. I just have to lower it down. Oh, loader! What'd you do? Come loose? That sucks. Now I gotta start over. No! Dang it! This is progressively getting worse. I don't think it dented it. Okay. Let's try that again. I need to make a grill guard for this because I spent so much time straightening this out. I hate for it to... Stupid tire. You're really starting to push me. Wrong way. Let's set you there. And you can see the failure firsthand. I didn't quite get it correct. What happened was that. We can't have that. Now stay. I want it to pick up more flat. I know, friends, this is a circus. But it's going to be right where we want it, I think. Needs to go down a hair. Okay, down a hair. That's perfectly lined up, but now none of the holes line up. So now we got to be super dangerous. Take it out of gear. Okay, it didn't roll away yet. Now we got to try to turn the hub. How easy is it going to turn? Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Oh, that turned like a dream. It's like a dream. What's wrong there? You know? I believe when we got this, I cleaned out and tapped all of these holes to make sure that no matter which one I used, they would all be ready for action. So I think we should be good. I think we should be good. Okay. Freeze frame. Well, that hole's no good. Let's take that bolt and put it somewhere else. Sometimes that happens, friends. There's a few tractors I've had before where one of the holes in the cast is no good anymore. There's several things you can do. One, not worry about it. Two, get a longer bolt, put a nut on the back. That's probably what I'll do. Three, replace the hub with a different hub. Four, take it to the scrap yard and forget it. Go buy a brand new John Deere 5065E or whatever they sell. And, you know, live that kind of life. That's fine. Okay, that was somehow painless. At any moment now the loader's going to smash in and ruin that steering wheel. I'm going to put that away, and then we're going to move on to our next project, and we'll see how far we get on that. Okay, friends, it's time for this tie rod. So we're going to start by gathering this jack, which we borrowed to fix an orange tractor. Oh, we put it in backwards. That's okay. I mean, if we can't work harder, are we really doing it right? Alright. We should have good air. Come on. Is it going up? There we go. Going. Going. Up off the ground yet? Yeah. Good. Good tractor. Okay. Now, if I was smart, which we already know how that is, I would have brought the tools right here, you know? Guess what I didn't do? Bring the tools right here. Now that one, I can probably let's see, how did I do that? I got that one broke loose, I think, and then I leave it in there, and then I get the other one out so I can turn the wheels, get that one out and pry, so I still got something to pry against and get it popped out of there. Maybe is how I did that. I don't know. We'll figure it out, friends. I honestly don't remember how I pried on these. Probably like that. That's all she takes. Now we'll turn the wheels and get the inside one. Can you see it, friends? Can you see it? Oh. Remember when we put these in for keeps? Because we thought that they were going to be good enough to let us drive it around, and then we'd get new ones some other day, like never. Well, we kind of regret that now, because here we are taking them loose again. Now, friend, will you come off of there? Maybe we don't even know. That's what I was hoping is going to happen. And I think this is a okay tie rod, other than the fact that it needs to be cleaned up and it's missing the jam nut. So there are some reasons why I decided against it. And if you're going to put on one new tie rod, why not just go ahead and put on two? You know what I mean? Know what I mean, Vern? Alright, let's put that in there. Let's put that up. Oh, okay, or not. Fall away out of there, that's fine. Before I can get it started. That's cool too. I need to move you now because I probably shifted it out of your focus. I got that one put on. I'm going to tighten that one down, I think is how I did it. And then I had in my mind, let's see, how did I have it in my mind? Yeah. No, I left this one loose because I thought I could, like on the outside, then I could just screw this tube, whatever I wanted. But I'm not sure that we're not going to have to put that in to this first notch, because after looking at it the way it is, I think what's going to have to happen is it's going to be in the first notch, and that's going to be screwed quite a ways out. That's what I'm thinking. But we're going to put this plate in the middle again as soon as we get this one tight, and then we'll do the thing. I think I need to hold it up against there so I can get it to. Oh, it's going. All right, we're similar to the other side. Now we'll turn that we'll turn that steering wheel till that plate is in the center. I don't think we're there. Are we there yet? No, I think we need to go a little more. That's very close. It's very close. But let's take a look at it. I think that's right in the center. But it's too pigeon-toed in, see? That's what I was afraid of. And I don't think I have any more. Well, we can experiment with that, but I don't think there's much more left to give as far as going in. So that begs the question, how far out is too far out? I hate to totally unscrew this, but I would like to know how much we have to work with here. And of course, I should have done the other side so I could have sat down. See, I'm of the mind that you want as little thread out as possible. Okay, well, let's keep going until we get it to fall out and see. I think we're about there. Okay, that's what we got to work with. Now, if I move this in to the next notch, what's that gonna give me? Well, a headache for one. No, not really. Let me get the, I don't remember what sizes those were. All right, 17 millimeter. That's what they are. So now we're gonna do this. Put that one in. Boy, that puts that in a lot. It doesn't seem like much when you're talking about it, but when you see it, it's a good bit. But I think it's what we're gonna have to do, whether we like it or not. Okay, now let's just hold up and see. See, that's gonna be so, I don't like it. Don't like it at all. See, the danger is if you don't, well, I think this will work. If the other side will be the same way. Let me get this started again. Or not. Let's struggle bus it all the way until we can never ever get that back in. That's not right. See, actually, you're supposed to put these on and then spin the tube to get her measured right. But let's stop with that for a minute. I really should tighten it down now since we're doing scientific work here. I don't know that that's what I want. I gotta get a tape measure and do this. I hate doing this. This is so not my thing to do. Cause see, that one looks about right. But if I go out, I don't think I can get it what I want. This one looks, I don't know. That one looks almost perfect to me, just by eyeballing. Actually, I could screw it out a little bit and have what I want there, because it needs to be towed in a little bit, or if you take it down the road, it'll go crazy. So, should we experiment with this side and then do the other side to whatever it takes to make it match? So, what we would do, oh man, oh, we're taking up the slot. We need to, it's still not enough for what I was thinking. Let's tighten this one up too. We'll spin the tube. Yep, sure. Screw it all up. I haven't told you how much I hate doing this. I should probably let it on the ground so it would actually hold whatever I do, instead of bumping the wheel and making it go different ways. Come on, off of there. Which way do I want to go? I want to go this way, right? So now my wheel would be like that. I still think it needs a little more. Now my wheel would be like that. Let's stop with this to get us close. Stop with this. Get her close. Let's tighten her down so we don't have it move on us. Because the other end's not tight yet. The jam nut in there. Okay. Now, that's about what a guy would want. But we got to make the other side match that. And that's where the eternal struggle lies. We have that one screwed most of the way out. So the question remains, can we jump? How much room is here? There was actually some there, so we could do that maybe. If we take this back out to the other notch, it needs to be a matter of spinning this now. Let's see what that'll look like if we get it to that other notch. It's going to take most of it to do it, I think. I'm just going to guess where I think it needs to be. I'm going to see if I can screw this in far enough to get to that next notch. Come on. See, I'm afraid it really has to go in much. But that's the difference between using actual tie rods and all thread, like what the guy before me, or two guys before me had. I very seriously doubt that the guy before me had anything to do with that, because he bought this as a project as well. See, now I'm getting close to that nut, and that's going to cause us great stress, friends, because we aren't close enough. Let's put this in and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Now there's another trick I got up my sleeve too. Since this one's all the way in and that other one's all the way, or it's got more room, I could screw that one in a little bit. Maybe I'm not really in the actual center, see, is what I'm saying. That's kind of subjective too, and you can't really see where you're at here. I mean, it seems like it's in the center, but see, that one really needs to go in. That one is about right. So what I can do now is I could turn the wheels till I think this one is about right, and then turn that other one in to match, assuming that we were off by a little bit in our center. And then when I start there, then we can do the scientific measuring. But I think that's what we want to do. So let's crawl under and see how that looks. But if I screw that one in a little bit, then it'll be closer to what I think should be. Then we can do some precision, dialing it in. Yeah, I got room to go. I got room to go in. So I think that's what we had to do. I guess we weren't quite in the actual center of it. That's fine. We're gonna fix that now. I'm gonna dial this in just a little bit better. I'm not very good at this too, if I didn't say that 15 times. And I'm not just talking about camera work, because that's pretty crappy too. But I'm talking about getting these precise. I always second guess. I never can get it measured quite right. But that's too much. A little more. Let's go right there. Let's see what that looks like. I get all nervous about it, and I never do get them quite right. But I'd rather have them towed in than towed out, because they track better that way. Let's stop there a minute. See, another problem we got is the sloppiness. Friends, you dealt with the sloppiness in your life? This stuff is so, I don't want to say cheaply made, but Chinesely made, that it doesn't always just dial in just perfect. So there's that too, you know. Look at how much movement it's got with the bolt in it, but the tube's not tight. And that translates to a lot on the wheel. Like, that doesn't seem like a lot, but it moves the wheel quite a bit when you look at it that way. I already think that's better. I think that's probably where we're gonna leave it for now. Okay, camera's getting too hot, but I like what I see. I got the jam nuts tight. I turn it both ways. It goes about the same, both directions. When it's straight ahead, it looks pretty good. That wheel kind of looks like maybe it's a little too much, but that would mean it would need to get screwed out more, which would bring it in more. And when it's straight ahead, I don't know if that's why this can be a trick, because you can get them not quite perfect. Now, another struggle bus I notice is that, let's see if that looks like they're straight ahead. It looks like that one's, no, okay. Let's turn it a little more. It'll be fine for now. When we can move it and drive it, we'll fine tune it. But that's, I think, pretty good for straight ahead. Because it's towed in a little bit. Might be towed in a little much, but it's towed in. I did notice, though, we need to do some work on this and like bend this out again. And maybe this one's tweaked a little too, because I'm afraid that the tire's going to get into it. Maybe we need to just cut a little bit off of that bumper. You know, I guess it's not bad, as long as our axle is tight, and you know, if it pivots, it'll be fine. All we can do is destroy a tire, friends, and we have bought more tires in our life than most people do in their life. I would have made a better comparison there, but I can't think of one. So yeah, sure. I guess what I was trying to say is I buy more tires in a year than a lot of people buy in their life. But that is neither here nor there. I think that we're in good shape. And like I said, we can always fine tune when we can actually drive it, you know. Right now we can't drive it. I had thoughts of maybe trying to drive it and see now if it would kind of pull itself when I first unloaded it off the trailer. But I think what has happened is, I think more than anything, the rear main seal's leaking and it's just soaked that clutch and it won't pull itself. But I'm very tempted to try it now. We can certainly do that. We got to put away our tools and all of our stuff that we'd run over and all the stuff that we accumulated as a flat surface, because that's how life goes. But that's it. It's on 4 wheels. Give me a minute, I guess. Let me clean it off and we'll fire it up, and then we'll climb and sit on it and see if it will actually do the thing. You know, wouldn't it be cool if it would just putt around for just a second? What it'll do is it'll make it right in the way and then it won't go, because I don't think it would even pull. Like, I couldn't even back it here the last time I tried. But if I put something I didn't want to run over down here, it would definitely go, you know. So there's that. But it's on the way, friends. It's we got pretty well everything done to it that we need to get done before we split it and put a clutch in it. So as soon as we got a free spot to do that, that's what we're gonna do and get her the way it's supposed to be. But I'll pick this up real quick and we'll at least hear it run, if not see it move. Okay, let's put our battery cable on. We still never got these lined out. You know what I'm saying? Let's start it from down here, because we've learned by now they don't always start first time. Look at that, warm weather, fires right up. Come on, tractor, have you got anything to give? Any clutch to give? We're in first gear. Last time though, anything more than that and it wouldn't go. We're not right with the tie rods though. That wheel's too much. Look at that. A 1250A driving. Pull it back up again. Kind of. It's slipping a little. Oh, see, it won't go. That's it. That's all she wrote. Remember when I told you it would make it right into the driveway? Come on, baby. Nothing. Well, we can let it sit and maybe it'll dry out enough to go. But that's it. It's in the way now. Fine. We've done that before. It's rolling away. Stay put. Will you go forward more? Probably, because that's downhill. We'll get it in a position where we can't pull out of. Revving it up makes it worse. Come on. Sure. That's fine. You just sit there. What a sweetheart. We just need to give it a little more love that it deserves. All right, what have we learned? Well, we got tie rods on there. They're not adjusted right. The first drive I could tell this wheel's wacky. I mean, it needs to be reined in a little bit. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that yet, but we'll figure it out. But it is a runner. It's not a driver. Look at how much oil's dripping out of there. That's why she don't pull. Because it's dripping. Beautiful engine oil has soaked that clutch, because it wouldn't be pouring out of that hole if it hadn't. So it's gonna need a rear main seal and a clutch probably. I guess I could try to dry the clutch out if it looks like it's a good clutch, but I doubt it. At this point, probably better to just do it all. But what a cute little feller. Definitely worth pursuing. I mean, it's not like, oh, it's no good, we gotta just find a better one. I think this is a pretty good one. It's just, it needs some things, friends. It needs some things. But it's very close now. I mean, we just got to get the time and the space to do it, and the patience, and let's see, what else? The motivation. I kind of have that. I really want to use this. You know, I think it would be the one to use for the mowing, because it's, I got her set up narrow even more than the red one. The red one isn't going to be very good for something like that, because you don't have a very good turning radius with front wheel assist, you see. So that's how she goes. But anywho's, that's okay. I'm happy with the progress we made today. It only took me like several days to get this accomplished, and I'm thinking of right now to go to see if I can get to the farm store if there's not flood water out, so that I could get the appropriate linkage pins and things I'm missing. Also maybe some category 1 to 2 bushings, so that I could address this problem, you know, that's down here now that I see, because that's gonna have to have that. I'm perfectly fine with it being set on the category 1 side, because that makes sense. Also, that makes sense why they put the little loops with the chains and all that on both ends, so that you flip-flop them and you get your category 1 or your category 2. And that makes sense now. See, we learned something. Every one of these we work on, we learn a little more about them. Stuff that probably even the people who worked on them at the time didn't really care about or pay attention to, because, you know, they were just buy or sell them. They didn't care about all of this extra, you know, all the extra to do like I am. This one, somebody has removed the hydraulic hoses, so we'll do that operation to this at some point. We got a better handle somewhere. This is the aftermarket add-on valve without the original handle, you know. So that leads me to, I have one of those handles, and I was going to cut it up and use it for Freddy, but maybe I want to use it on here. And I don't know. I'll find more. They're out there. But what that does, what I'm saying is, it puts the lever on the side with your 3-point hitch, so it's not right in your teeth. This one's bent not too bad, but I wonder if that's why it's welded on, because somebody had enough and bent it or did something aggressive. I don't know. But it's a cute little horse. I still love it, even though I get more of them, you know. I love them all equally, and I still can't wait for the next one, you know. Anywho, enough rambling on, so we will leave this one here. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. As always, If you enjoy my videos, give them a thumbs up. Leave a comment and tell me how dumb you think I am. Or, if by some slim chance you liked it, say that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.